The first person we had a chat with was Marcus Munt, who deals with American-built mainship trawlers. Trawler yachts are really popular in the States, aren't they?
Very much so, very much so. I mean, obviously, you get the benefit of a huge flybridge area, which we're enjoying at the moment, and in the States they benefit from great weather. But also they want economy, sea-keeping ability, and lots of internal volume where you can have plenty of sociable space, cabins, a decent-sized head, which is more and more important to couples wanting to weekend on their boats.
You don't have particularly big engines in this style of yacht either?
No, I mean, a lot of people will go for a single engine, although both of the boats we're displaying here at London and indeed across the range are available with single or twin engines.
And what's the horsepower on these ones?
The horsepower on the boat that we're stood in, it's actually got the biggest engine option. This has got twin Yanmar 315s in it, and they will push it along if you want to do that at 25 knots quite comfortably.
But a comfortable cruising speed would be?
I would expect most people to cruise in the UK buying one of these at around 15 knots. But this will cruise anywhere down from 9 knots right up to 19, depending on your fuel economy and the range you want to achieve on that particular day or passage.
Right.
We've taken order for one to go to Windermere, which is a single engine option. The majority of UK buyers I expect to go for a twin engine setup. UK buyers are very much seagoing and like the redundancy and safety aspect of a second engine, and also like the handling ability of it. Bow thruster is optional. It is standard on the single engine option on the 40-footer.
And the money seems very reasonable.
I mean, we're very lucky at the moment. You know, the dollar's weakness is very much our strength. At the same time, being part of the huge manufacturing group that is Lurs Marine Corporation, that makes Legend Yachts, Silverton Powerboats and a number of other brands, the buying power of the company is such that we have unrivaled buying power when it comes to engines, fittings, resin for the boats, and therefore it costs us a lot less. We're also, unlike a lot of trawler yacht manufacturers which have them built in the Far East, then moved to be finished somewhere, then moved to the end dealer, these are all built on site on Florida and then shipped to the relevant distributor in the country, so we're not paying as much to move these things around the world, which of course has an issue for people's carbon footprint in this day and age. This is the Trawler 34, which at the moment is currently the smallest boat in the range. In March this year, we're relaunching, having had a redesign of the 30, a 31. That will be available in a pilot style and a sedan style, so it'll be a completely open boat, or you will be able to have it with a hard top to offer you some sort of enclosed space. I'm expecting that that'll appeal to a lot of people who will want to do the Solent day trips, Bembridge for lunch, who are currently in Hardies and Seawoods and that type of boat, but want something that'll offer them a little more economy and far more luxury for the money. The 45 comes in two configurations, a pilot, which is the non-flybridge version, and the trawler yacht style that we're on at the moment. And the great thing when you get up to the 45, your standard specification becomes enormous. Air conditioning, generators, a wonderful thing called a central vacuum system, automatic oil changing pumps. You know, your standard specification when you're looking at the 45 is tremendous. The 45 does only come with twin engines, and you've got a Yanmar or a Cummins option.
Talking about power options, here's one you may never have considered before. It's a 120 horsepower Cummins diesel fitted to a 28-foot sailing yacht. Now there's a different idea. And the whole package sits on a trailer, so you can take it simply anywhere.
Well, we've been selling these boats, we've been importing them, they're made in Poland, we've been importing them for 6 years. They've proved extremely popular, and we've sold an awful lot all over the British Isles, really, and we've got them in Ireland and Scotland, Wales, we've got them, and as well as England, of course. And this model is actually a brand new one. It's the Imexus 28. It's a foot larger than the 27 we've been selling for the last 6 years. The interior has changed quite a bit. There's a lot more oak. It's solid oak panelling, and the materials they've used are softer and more durable as well. And we've also introduced the amazing 120 horsepower inboard diesel. This is a Cummins inboard, and comes as quite a shock to a conventional sailor that you fit an engine of this size where they would normally fit that in something of 90 feet long. And it enables you to plane. We have water ballast which we can remove just by opening a valve. 800 kilos of water ballast we use normally, and then the boat comes up on the plane, and is capable of speeds of up to 27 miles an hour, which means that you can sail all day, have a lovely day out, and then when the wind drops inevitably, or it tends to be against you because you've gone downwind and you're faced with an extremely long ride home, possibly in the rain, you can forget all about that, drop the sails, switch on the engine, and be home in time for the first beer. It's a trailer sailer. The beauty of the thing is that if you want to go on your holidays down to the Mediterranean, you live on board as a caravan. You've got all your facilities on board. You can have cooking, you can have a chemical toilet so that you don't have to go outside the boat, and you can sleep on board, and so in 3 days you could be in the sunshine. If you were sailing with a large boat, it'd take you 3 weeks. And so it makes a holiday really exceptional. Ease of use of the boat is extremely important, and mast raising and lowering can also be important, so that the boat can be used on the French canals, for example, or touring Europe generally by canal. And obviously you come to a bridge and you need to get rid of the mast, and within a few minutes you can have the mast lowered to a suitable position and go through the bridge and pop it up again all on the move. You don't even need to slow down. So it really does offer a completely new concept of boat transport, which is easy to operate and very economical. With a new diesel, of course, it's a very economical way of powering the boat, and you've got immense power under your fingertips if you need it. But for general canal use, the fuel consumption is absolutely minimal. And of course the longevity of the engine goes without saying with being a diesel.